Hey guys, and welcome back to another short flow. Today's session is a strength and mobility session on your hips and shoulders. To begin with, you're just going to need a PVC pipe, strap, belt, item of clothing, scarf, whatever you've got to hand, broom handle if you want to, for some pass-throughs to warm up. After that, you won't need it. So just, if you don't have one of these, you can always do some arm circles or something instead. And whenever you're ready, come and join me in the center of the mat with your strap, and we'll begin. So if you come to the center of your mat, we're going to begin with our strap. So if you grab one end of your strap or broom handle, whatever you've got to hand, and then take the other hand to the other side. So I'm going to wrap one end around my hand and then wrap the other end and have the hands sort of fairly wide to start. We're just going to inhale as we lift the arms up, keeping them straight, and take them all the way back behind you. So we're doing 10 pass-throughs. If you find that this is quite easy for your mobility, then simply just take another wrap or loop of the wrap and take it back and over. So we're just aiming to do 10 taps behind and 10 taps in the front. So you might find halfway through that your mobility improves and you can start to narrow that grip slightly. So we'll just do a couple more in each direction. I'm going to go for 3, 2, 1. Bringing it all the way back up and over to the front again, and then I'm just going to release my hands from that strap and put it to one side. From here, we're going to come down into a crouch curl position. So come into a crouch position, think about bringing your chest against your thighs and then tucking your nose in towards your knees. Heels are lifted. Hands can go either side of the feet, and you're just going to press up and back as you exhale to fold forwards, and then inhale to crouch, exhale to fold, inhale to crouch, and we're going to do 5 of these in total. So that's 3, 2, 1. And then just come back to that crouch. Inhale as you come all the way up. Take the feet slightly wider now, so they are hip distance apart or just beyond hip distance apart. Hands come all the way up above you, palms together at the top, and then as you exhale, come down into your garland pose. So we just spend some time here rocking from side to side, opening up the hips. You might just want to do 10 or so pulses in the bottom of your garland pose. So if you're struggling with this movement, try and keep your heels flat to the floor. If you can't, the most important thing is to keep the chest lifted. So your torso should be nice and upright, and if that means that your heels lift, that's absolutely fine, or you don't go as low, you can start working in towards that. So we're just aiming for about 10 or so pulses in the bottom of here, opening up the chest. You can use the elbows against the knees to push the knees away and open up the hips more. And then when you're ready, just take the hands to the floor, and we're going to take the right leg back. Left foot can stay outside of the left hand. We're coming into a lizard lunge. So drop the back knee to the floor, reach the heart forwards. Find that stretch in that right hip flexor. And then we're going to inhale as we lift and twist with our left hand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as we reach with that elbow towards the floor. We're just going to do 5 elbow taps on the left side. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to tap. So that's 3, 2, last 1, and then replace the hands, step back to down facing dog and switch sides. So right foot comes outside of right hand, drop the back left knee to the floor. Inhale as you lift and reach with the right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbow tap toward the ground. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Inhale to lift. 3, 2 more to go. 2, last 1. Exhale, elbow tap, replace the hands, step back to down facing dog. From here, you might just want to spend a moment or two opening up the legs by pedaling from side to side with the feet. You might also want to pulse through the hands and open up the shoulders as well. We're then going to go from down facing dog to cobra. So we're simply going to roll all the way through, drop the hips and look up towards the ceiling. Option here to come to Sphinx if you need to, if that's too much on your lower back. And then we're going to exhale as we tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. So we're going to do 5 of these in total. So inhale to roll forwards, drop the hips, look up. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up. Exhale, press back. Last one, inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up. Exhale, press back, and then just gently walk the feet all the way in towards the hands. Come into your Uttanasana ragdoll position. So drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, opposite hand to opposite elbow. And just take a few moments or a few breaths. And then inhale as you come all the way up. Exhale, release and reset. So we're going to start at the front of our mats with crescent pose today. So standing in Tadasana, crescent is a simple standing back bend. We're going to inhale as we lift our hands up, reaching up tall. You can either take your eye gaze to your fingertips, or if you've got a slightly bad neck or back, you can take your hands behind your head to support your neck and just open the chest towards the ceiling, look up and find that bend in the top of the spine, lifting through the heart, or drawing the fingertips back behind you to reach back. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and then inhale as you come all the way up back to center. Exhale as you come down into your Uttanasana forward fold. From here, we're going to keep the left hand on the floor, and then inhale as you lift and twist with the right up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release. Plant the right hand on the floor. Inhale to lift and twist with the left up towards the ceiling. Feel free to do this with a bend in the knees if you need to. Exhale, release. Plant the hands both sides of the feet, and we're going to step the right foot back into a low lunge. So dropping the right knee to the floor, making sure that this left knee doesn't track forwards of the ankle. So find that stretch in the hip flexor, and maybe just take your foot stance slightly wider so that you can take your hands off the floor and you're nice and steady. When you're ready, we're going to inhale to lift all the way up. And then as we exhale, we're going to drop the left hand towards the side and reach over with the right. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, reach again. And then inhale back to center, plant both hands on the floor and pull back into half split. So stacking that right hip above the right knee. Straightening the front left leg and flexing the toes back towards you. Reach your nose towards your toes. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come forwards. We're going to keep this right hand grounded on the floor, and then we're going to reach with the left hand forwards and then take it all the way around like a circle. Back behind us, and then over towards the left. We're just going to do 3 circles, so you're getting that stretch in the left side of the body. You might want to let your left leg or knee go out to the side slightly to give you space. And then come back to center. And then we'll take a body flow. So step back to down facing dog. And then we're going to inhale as we roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, come to cobra. And then exhale as you tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. So we're going to repeat that on the other side. So inhale as you step the right leg through this time, plant the foot between the hands, drop the left knee to the floor, finding that low lunge position. Remember your steady stance if you need to. Inhale to lift all the way up. Exhale as you drop that right hand towards the floor, and then reach over with the left hand over towards the right. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale back to center. Plant the hands on the floor. Inhale as you straighten that front foot, flex the toes back towards you. Exhale, nose towards toes. So that back left hip is now stacked above that left knee. You're feeling that stretch in the hamstrings. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then we're coming forwards back into that low lunge spiral stretch. So taking the left hand to the floor this time, reaching forwards with the right, all the way over towards the left, circling the arm back behind, and then around to the right and back around to the left. So 3 circles in total. This is a lovely one to get into the side body, into the shoulders, into the hips. Last one, and then come all the way back to the front. Replace the hands, step back to down facing dog, and we'll take another body flow. So inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, come in towards cobra, and then this time we're going to sit back into extended child's pose. So exhale, dropping the knees to the floor, coming back onto your heels with your bum, forehead to the floor, extended child's. Take 2 deep breaths here, reaching forwards. And then for those of you that want to, you can stay here or we can progress into puppy pose. So for those who want to progress to puppy, slowly start to reach a little bit further forwards with the hands, lift the bum off the floor and bring your chin to the floor, look towards the front of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. For those of you who want to go a little bit further, we can go all the way into full puppy pose. So keep reaching for the front of the mat as you drop your chest towards the floor, but keeping your bum stacked above your knees. So don't let the bend go into the lower back. Keep this into you. As soon as you can feel it in the lower back, you've gone too far with your bum in front of your knees. So try and keep the bum pulled back and keep pressing the chest down. You should only feel this in your thoracic and cervical spine. Once you're there, just take 3 deep breaths. If you're not all the way there, just chill out wherever you are. Don't overstretch, don't push yourself into the pain zone. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come all the way back up into a kneeling position. So from here, we're going to go from bear to bridge. So they're kind of mobility rotations, if you like. So bear pose, you're simply going to be on your hands and knees, tuck your toes underneath and lift your knees off the floor. From here, if you want to watch the first one, you can. Before going ahead and doing it, you're going to take the left leg up and over, place the foot flat on the floor, and then reach the hips high into that bridge position. Come back down with the hips, come all the way back up and over, find that bear position again, and then switch sides and go up and over. So we're going to do 3 each side. So coming back to that bear position, knees are just hovered slightly above the ground, lifting up. So it's a bit of a strength and stability move, as well as helping with mobility. You might feel like you're breakdancing. That's fine. If you're feeling like that, you're probably doing it right. We'll go for 1 more each side for those of you who watched the first reps. And then come back to that bear position, drop the knees to the floor, and just sit back in extended child's pose for a couple of breaths to reset. One last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then I'm going to come up into down facing dog, but again, feel free to watch the first rep before you go ahead and do this. So we're going to progress that movement that we just did into wild thing, so which is a more advanced yoga pose for those of you who want to give it a go. I'll give options throughout, of course. So pressing back up into down-legged dog, down facing dog. We're going to go into 3-leg down facing dog. So I'm going to send my right leg up high towards the sky. Option 1 to stay here. Option 2 to bend at the knee and take a hip twist. Sometimes this might be quite nice for those of you who just want to focus on opening up that hip. Option 3, take the foot all the way over, drop the bum towards the floor, tap on the floor with the bum, and then lift up and over into wild thing. Replace the hand back as you inhale to lift all the way back up. Find your down facing dog, and then inhale to lift and repeat on the other side. So bending at the knee, finding that hip twist, tap the bum, lift and reach into wild thing. We're going to do 3 each side. So down facing dog in the middle, finding that 3-leg down facing dog, hip twist, tap the bum, and then reach all the way over, wherever you need to be. So choose the progression that suits you, have a play, For those of you who want to miss out that hip thrust completely, you can try taking it all the way straight up and over from that hip twist, and then come all the way over into Wild Thing without thrusting to reset at the bottom. The thrust just helps find that straight leg position of the underneath leg, I find. But wherever you need to be, choose the progression, and then just slowly come back to down facing dog. When you've done 3 each side, come down onto your knees and sit back in extended child's pose. So just take a few deep breaths here. One last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then slowly come up onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes, press back to down facing dog, and we're going to come into our warrior one. So inhale as you lift your left leg up high towards the sky, 3-leg down facing dog. Swing the leg through as you exhale. Plant the back foot down at a 45-degree angle and find your steady stance. When you're ready, inhale to lift the hands off the floor, finding your warrior one. And then exhale as you cactus the arms and lower down into that lunge. We're going to inhale to lift the hands again. Exhale to cactus them. So really squeeze those shoulder blades back and down and activate through the hands. One last time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to lift this last time, and then exhale, release the hands to the floor. Find your low lunge position, so reach the heart forwards, and then we're going to come into half camel. So windmilling, leading with the right arm back and over, finding that right heel, reaching up with the left hand and reaching back into that camel. So with the camel pose, really think about pressing through the ground with that front leg and lifting through the heart towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and then inhale as you windmill all the way back up and over. We're going to come into half moon. So lift the back leg off the floor, send the body weight forwards over that front leg, find your balance, and then lift and open into that kind of star shape on one leg. Twist the hips, see how far you can pull that right hip back over your left leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then inhale as you come all the way up. Feet come to the floor, extended Tadasana. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink lower, and then inhale to lift. Exhale to fold, hop or step back to down facing dog, and then we're going to repeat on the other side. So this time you're going to take your left leg up high to the sky, find that 3-leg down facing dog, swing the leg through, plant it between the hands. Find your warrior. No, sorry, it's the right leg forwards. I've just done this one. So come back to down facing dog, lift the right leg high to the sky, swing the leg through, plant it between the hands, plant that back foot down at a 45-degree angle, find your warrior one on the right side. When you're ready, inhale to lift, reaching up high, exhale, cactus the arms and sink into that lunge. Really brace the core, use your inner thighs to find that strength and lift in the legs. Inhale to lift, exhale to cactus. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale to cactus. This time we're going to inhale to lift, exhale, release the hands to the floor, find that low lunge position. We're coming into half camel. So pressing through that front foot. Inhale as you windmill the arms up and over, left hand goes back to left heel, right hand goes up towards the ceiling, and exhale to reach back, lifting through the hips and the heart so that you've got a nice strong upper back bend. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and then inhale as you windmill all the way up and over. See if you can come straight into that half moon using that leg strength. Pull that left hip back over that standing leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then come all the way back to extended Tadasana. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to lift, exhale, release.